Fam, what's up? Have you ever wondered why it is that you repeat the same things over and over again every so often in your life? Do you feel as though no matter what you attempt to do, you can't seem to get ahead? I've been there, and in this video, I want to share with you one of the secrets, I'll say, to getting through these difficult times. And it's a question, right? Because how many of you know that anytime you ask a question, it always comes with an answer? It has to, right? That's the law of polarity. The law of polarity says that anytime a thing is present, its opposite is present as well. I forget exactly how they put it in the Kabbalion, but it's something along those lines, right? When you have a front or a back, you have an opposite side, right? If you have a top, you automatically have a bottom. The moment you create an inside, there's instantaneously an outside. The same is true of questions. The moment you ask a question, the answer comes along with it. It's just not yet in your awareness. So what is this question that we ask in order to get through these tough times, in order to end these cycles, in order to continue to move forward in life and to end the stagnancy, right? We want to stop being stagnant. We want to accelerate, right? We want to elevate. You feel me? So what's the question? The question is, what's the lesson here? You just simply sit with yourself, whether in meditation and prayer. You ask yourself, you ask your higher self, spirit, God, you do your thing, boo. But you ask the question. You can journal it, whatever. What is the lesson that I am to be learning now? What am I supposed to see in this situation? And doggone it, every single time you ask that question, the answer will come. It may not come when you expect it or in the way you expect it, but it's going to show up. I remember one night in particular, I was journaling and I was sort of venting about the situation that I was in. And the spirit said to me, it had to be this way. And I actually put my pen down, and I said out loud, so you mean to tell me in the universe of infinite possibilities, this was the one? And the spirit said, yeah, this was it. And I said, why? Right? If it could have been anything, why this one? And spirit goes, this one was chosen for the unique results that it's going to produce. What am I supposed to do with that, y'all? Like, you can't argue with that. This situation I was in was chosen for the unique results that it's going to produce. And it's the same for all of us, right? That is universal across the board. Because before we arrive here on earth, we have these contracts, these agreements are made. There are certain things to be picked up along the way in order for us to have a quote unquote successful journey here in the simulation, right? This trip, this go round. So just simply by sitting back and asking, what am I supposed to learn? That will help you advance forward. Because the only reason we get stuck, because it's just like playing a video game, right? You're playing, you're achieving different things, you're picking up different skills, you're leveling up, but eventually you're going to run into this one enemy. There's going to be this one boss, and it's going to take you 3 months to beat him. Simply because your level isn't high enough, you don't have enough skills, you don't have the right weapon, you haven't put in the right cheat code. You're just going to struggle with him, and it doesn't mean that you suck at the game. It just means that you haven't gained everything that you're going to need in order to overcome this particular obstacle. And the fastest way for us to gain that knowledge and information is to tap right in to the higher self, right? You're supposed to call up to the booth and say, hey, there's something going on that I don't see. Use your perspective, use your vantage point, and help me see what you see so I can make the adjustments necessary. And y'all, every single time, the answer will come. And the way it occurs for me is I'll just kind of be out in life and I'll have a thought and I'll say, oh, that's really good. I should do that. And then it's not until I slow down and say, oh, that idea was the answer to the question. And now here's the key. When you get the answer, move with it. When you have that understanding, when you have that illumination, don't sit on it. Because if you sit on it, then what happens after it is probably going to be a little bit worse than what came before it. Because before you didn't have that type of awareness. Before you got the answer, you were just kind of floundering. Yeah, it may have been in your consciousness somewhere, but you weren't aware of it. But the moment you become aware of it, and it's conscious for you, like you can see it, it is like a thing for you in your life. You can point it out, like out of a lineup, like officer, it was number 5. When it is that clear for you, there's no going back, right? Once you find out how to beat this particular boss, you don't go back and play on level 1, right? Just beating up level 1 enemies. The game, no, there will be no advancement. But in life, if we stay right where we are, right, if we don't take action, if we don't move on the information we gain, we're going to put ourselves in a worse position. My mind is being brought back to this one particular story in the Bible where I think Jesus had healed some man, right? Something had been wrong with him. Jesus healed him, but Jesus told him, he was like, hey, better knock it off, like cut out the sinning, because otherwise what comes after is going to be worse. And we all are in those similar types of situations where we have opportunities to move forward, to advance, to progress. And we may not know where to go or what to do. But the moment the answer comes, it's incumbent upon us for our livelihood, for our well-being. We need to move with that information. We need to make the changes, make the adjustments necessary so that we can move forward in life. Otherwise, we're going to continue to stay stuck. And then we're going to be cussing out God. We're going to be crying out. We're going to be praying. And, we're going to be looking for help. And God's going to be like, hey, you asked me what you were here to learn. You asked me why you were in this situation. I told you. And now you did what? So y'all, the choice is yours. The choice is yours. Ask the question. Don't be afraid to ask the question. Put it out. And when you get the answer, be ready to move. Be ready to work. Because once it comes, the ball's in your court. You have a cyber truck?
Yeah, we saw a cyber truck.
Whoop whoop.
A real life
I'm going to go love
cyber
my kids,
truck.
y'all. Let's elevate.